Alright, that's my one setup. Alright, that's my one setup. Alright, that's my one setup. Alright, that's my one setup.
All right, that's my threes. Hear me all right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Okay, no worries.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Wow, it's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Can you hear me? Gene?
Hello?
I can hear you.
Come on, man.
I don't know
I
what to
can't
tell
hear
you,
That's my
you.
man.
four setup.
All right.
Hello?
I hear you.
Okay, I can see it. Like your thing's lighting up,
Yep.
but I can't hear you.
Yep. It's your sound.
All right, let me do that.
Can you hear me now?
All right, can
Yep,
try
I'm
to talk.
talking. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Yay!
Yeah. Now we're in there. Have you done the Twitch thing yet?
I have started Twitch. We are streaming. I have not started recording for posterity.
For posterity. Okay. How do the levels sound?
I think it sounds good, man. You sound
Hopefully,
really good.
because last time I was a little low, so I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder.
You're pretty good.
Okay. I guess I need to.
All right, that's my fives.
My opponent and I decided, fuck it, we're just gonna do a coin toss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I won. So he says. I was like, hey man, you toss a coin, I trust you. Tell me if it landed. I choose tails. And he's like, oh, it was tails. I'm like, okay.
Alright, I'm set up.
Okay, cool. Let me know when you're set, and when we're both set, I'll start the timer. We can go.
All right. Good luck.
Hey, you guys have a good game, and thanks
luck.
for letting
Have
me
fun.
stream it. All right, we're about to get started here, and we're watching a matchup from our last two undefeateds in Corona Cup. So this is round 5. We're seeing Brandon Griffiths versus Andrew. Two pretty non-meta lists. So a couple of neat lists. Gene, is there a list you want to talk about, either Andrew's or Brandon's?
I guess I kind of go with Andrews. I don't know.
Okay.
But you can talk about Brandon's first real quick, and then
Sure.
let me get over here. And...
Well, since I made Brandon's list,
yeah, you might know a little something about it.
I might be better at making lists than actually playing the game. We'll see. But it's OB1 with Sense, R5 Astromech, and Calibrated Laser Targeting. Plo Koon with R5 Astromech CLT. Ahsoka with CLT. And Broadside with Ion Cannon Turret. So, except for Broadside, the Bullseye arcs are super important. And except for Broadside, he's got a very maneuverable list. All of them, can do the great fine-tuned control, spinning a force to do barrel roll or boost after they complete a maneuver. And then they can do the other one for their action if they'd like. You get the great focus regen basic capability with OB1. And if he gets a ship below half, he can duck out, regen. It's just as useful as 1.0 no matter what anybody says. And he can come back on points. So that's basically his list.
Nice. All right. Well, over here, we've got Darth Vader with hate and fire control systems. Good combo right there. Vader, obviously, I6. It's going to be key in this game. You got Countess Ryad. Defenders are so tough in 2.0. And then on top of that, he's got Predator on there to get that a built-in reroll if you can get in that bullseye. And then he's got 2 Academy pilots, just generic Academy pilots. So I have yet to see him fly this. I'm kind of excited to see this. He must be, obviously he's undefeated, so he's doing well. And he's got real high MOV. So, he's been killing it. So this will be interesting to see how he works this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of wondering if defenders are actually better in 2.0. And the reason why I say that is because in 1.0 we had that awful thing where everything had target lock focus. You had PTL and everything. You had all these double mods. And in a world where there's few ships that have double mods anymore, that focus evade on defenders is just super good. And then they have, the one more health than they even had in 1.0. So
yeah, and their dial's even a little better.
Yeah, and they have boost.
Yeah,
and they have a system, it's just crazy. So, of course, you can't fit 3 in like you used to, but they're more powerful ship, I think, versus the field than they were even in 1.0.
Yeah, they're definitely better in 2.0. They said you're paying for it because you can't get 3 of them in a list anymore, but still.
What do you think Andrew's going to try to do in this game? What's a good, how is he going to set up? How is he going to put himself in a position to try to win this game?
Man, I wish, like I said, I haven't seen him play, and I'm not even sure exactly how to go about it. I would be, myself, afraid to run something like this. I would, looking at it on paper, I'm like, okay, you got 2 really good aces. That you can kind of sit back and pick away at his list, and you got all the time in the world to do so. And you've got the tie, you got the ties, just the Academy ties to do the blocking for you. But so I'll be interested to see how he's going to approach it because I couldn't tell you right off the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, But one thing that we've seen, this is definitely off of meta versus the other defender list. A lot of them have a Lambda somewhere in the list for support. This one's got 2 academies. This is old school. So I would think the academies are super important to Andrew's list, getting blocks. If he can block a Jedi, then all that fancy fine-tuned control stuff is worthless. So I think that's really going to be the key to the game, is him getting blocks for the academy. And then for Brandon's side, I think the easiest way to get points is to kill Vader.
Oh, yeah, but that's easier said than done.
Absolutely. But it's easier to kill Vader than the defender.
Absolutely.
Still. So I expect Brandon to try to kill Vader, maybe kill a TIE fighter or 2 as a secondary priority. And then I doubt he expects he could, wipe Andrew's list out. So that I expect that defender to be, if full health, near full health, or limping, but not dead by the end of the game.
Yep. Yeah, the TIE fighters are almost a fool's errand. I mean, I think the only time you're even really bothering is like if you have nothing else to shoot at, just targets of opportunity.
All right, so
he's got to somehow concentrate and, like you said, take out Vader, I think, as a primary. And if you could somehow get the defender in half, that'd be great.
Right. And he's playing my favorite defender pilot, Ryad, which we really haven't seen much in 2.0. She's real pricey at 84 points.
Yeah, that's oof.
But I mean, she can do a 2 to 5K. It's crazy. So I think trying to get a block on her, unless you're stacked up, it'd be pretty hard to do. And Brandon's not flying that way. So I think Riot's going to get some good shots, double modded eventually, because I don't think Brandon's going to focus on her. So I think she may end up being the one that does the most damage out of Andrew's list at the end of the day.
Yeah, and they both hit hard.
Absolutely.
Vader and Riot both hit hard. And again, so this is to show you just how I don't have a clue what's going on here. Both of his TIE fighters are kind of backing out. They're backing to the outside, and that's not what I would expect. You'd think they'd be up there trying to get the blocks and then set up. But it seems like he's got some kind of long-term patient type plan going on.
I agree. I think with Riot, and I used to fly the Commonwealth list in 1.0 for about 6 months, and that was probably my favorite list in 1.0. And, what I would typically do with Riot is get her in a position where, she's going to take some shots the first turn, token up, weather the storm, clinch, and then get behind your opponent's list, because she can do it.
Yep.
The only thing, it does seem unorthodox the way that Andrew's flying the TIE fighters. The only thing I can imagine is because they're faster than the X1 that Vader's on, that he's trying to slow roll them. Vader can do the one banks, etc. So I think he's going to pick, hey, what turn do I think is going to be the turn of engagement? And I want my TIE fighters there, blocking a lane. The red one's in a great spot. It can 2 straight barrel roll to the left next turn and take no damage from broadside behind the cloud. And then get in there and get the block. And then Vader shoots an untokened ship. That's what I think he's going to try to do. The yellow one, I'm not sure. I assume he's going to send the yellow one up near Ryad and be a blocker up there. Because from the position I'm in, it's either going to be a 1 hard left, or he's going to go up the board and try to get blocks up there with the yellow one. So that's the one I'm not sure what he's doing with.
Go 5 straight.
5 straight.
And he will focus.
Well, there you go.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, right. That's what I was. It's been so long that I forgot what I was thinking.
Yeah, he's put yellow in a good position. It can do a 2 bank turn and either block, the downside of the map or the upper side of the map. Either way.
Yeah, just listening to him, it sounds like
He'll go ahead and focus.
This ain't his first picnic. He's been using this list a good bit. Same style open, I guess.
Soka is doing a 2-bank.
Right.
Roll.
I think Broadside's going to be sad next turn.
Yeah, he's going to be in a real bad spot.
But I think Broadside has died in every game Brandon's played this tournament. I mean, he's the punching bag of the list. He's the easiest one to get points on.
Yeah. It is as cheap as shit, though. So there's that.
Yeah, 8 points of health. He gets to turn down a crit, and I think it's like 42 points.
Yeah, just seems unfair that 41. He can't just regen that back and get him above half.
It does seem, unfair.
Right?
There's a glass ceiling for Y-wings.
Fives. All right, I got to think about this for a second.
I can't even figure out what Brandon's going to do with Broadside next turn, honestly.
Take a lot of punishment would be my guess.
I mean, he could do a 1-bank left and park behind the cloud and maybe get the defender, because the one tool in his list that's really good anti-defender tech is that ion cannon on Broadside. He could do a 2-hard left and still be an arc.
Mm-hmm.
So, I expect something like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, if he could eye on that defender, he could definitely smash that. Interesting that he barrel rolled to the inside there.
Yeah, he may be telegraphing what he's doing.
And then Plo Koon.
I mean, it does look like Obi-Wan's going to take a cloud next turn, no matter what he does.
And Plo Koon will take a fine-tune controls. Right. Think about where I want to go, though.
And like you were saying, this is a big game.
We'll go forward.
Andrew's sitting in a good spot. I think even with a loss, he'll probably still be in the top 4. Brandon, however, needs a win here, I think, to stay in the top 4.
Right. And that's we were actually talking about this the other day. So this is the first Corona Cup we did, and we had some interest in doing another one, so we're doing another one. But this time, in the second tournament, we're going to treat it more like a system open. You get 4 wins, you're in. It'll be interesting to see how people, play differently, build lists differently, because you needed to make a ton of MOV and have 4 wins or more to make it the cut in this one.
Yep. Yep. So if you haven't seen it already, we're doing Corona 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like I said, it's going to be a similar setup. We're going to use the tabletop TO. We're going to be doing it on TTS. Pretty much everything remains the same, except like what you said, the biggest difference is that it's just about record and not about MOV. So, I think we said 4X gets you in?
Right, 4 wins and you're in.
Yep.
Which would be like a top 8, honestly, in this tournament. So
correct.
But like my game the other night, I played Thursday night. I was 3-1. My opponent was 3-1, and my strategy of that game changed because of the MOV.
Right.
Me, jousting my opponent with my swarm list and winning by 40 points wasn't going to do it. So
No.
I had to go for broke, which
Yeah.
is, good practice because that's a real world situation.
Oh,
even
yeah.
when we get back to the physical tournaments, you have to think that way. But we both kind of lamented, hey, this would have been a different game if the cut was different. So I think it'll be more fun, and really, it's really just about having fun, and more games is more fun.
Oh, yeah.
So
as we're nearing the end of this tournament,
I'm gonna put it on.
I will be mailing out some prizes. I got tokens. We weren't able to get cards made specifically for this because of all the stuff that's going on. However, I do have a stack of cards, so I'm going to try to figure out some way to get folks to pick the cards that they want. Because I got a whole bunch of cards to choose from, and I do have tokens that I'm going to send out to everybody, though.
I've got no start of engagement triggers this turn.
Cool, man.
Not to mention, obviously the trophy and the medals.
The trophy, which is not just beautiful, but functional.
Oh, yeah.
So we got dice rolling.
Oh, yeah. Here come Vader.
I'm going to add a force point. Switch this to a hit.
And
then use
2 hits and a crit's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, or 2 crits even. That's
2 crits and a hit. Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Heroic. Oh, wrong faction.
It's the resistance? Something?
So unfortunately, Brandon gets a crit right off the board. Actually, he's almost dead. And it looks like one of them structural damage, maybe
disable power regulator.
Yeah. That is brutal.
That's a hard hit to take right off the rip.
We'll start with
right.
Take the range 3 and bullseye shot against Ryad.
Okay.
Got a good shot on Ryad. I don't see. She doesn't appear to be tokened up.
Completely useless.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Wow. Wow. All my kingdom for a focus.
Yeah, and you'd think focus would be something you'd have with Obi-Wan in your list too.
And keep it 1 hit.
Alright, he's got one of it.
Cool.
And Riot has nothing, so
no shots for Ryad, so that's good. Brandon's going to avoid another brutal hit.
Yeah.
We'll start with broadside.
It wouldn't shock me though that Obi-Wan makes it through the end of this game. He's got regen. If he's smart with them, he can keep them alive. My biggest concern is that cloud in front of him.
Yeah.
The broadside's ability will change that blank eyeball, and then I'll spin the focus.
who is this against?
This is the Academy pilot. Range 2.
Okay.
Range 2 to the Academy pilot's getting 3 hits.
also takes a damage and an ion. Yeah.
It's a hit and an ion, so we know where the Academy pot's going to be next turn.
Yep. Well, it's just kind of good. It's going to stop that Academy from really jamming them up with some blocks.
And then Ahsoka. Either way, with the bullseye, so I'll get that bonus.
I mean, you got to go for Vader here, right?
Well, he did get one off the Academy.
I'll take the range 3 on Vader.
But yeah, he's got CLT either way, right? So he gets
Right, and he's got to put in that work eventually, man. You might as well try to get that cheap one.
Focus, three hits. And
I'll spend the focus for 3 evades.
Wow.
It's a focus for nothing.
Cool.
The Academy is. This one has no range. So it's got.
Obviously, Brandon would want him to go after Obi-Wan, but it ain't happening.
I think I'm going to take the range 2 on broadside, so I think chances I do anything to Obi are so low. One hit.
One hit.
So broadside takes a shield.
Alright. Like the dials.
That was a pretty lopsided first engagement.
Yeah,
That's going to
was.
be rough. Well, like I said, it's far from over. Obviously.
Right. I mean, Andrew's leading, 31-0 right now, but with that disabled power regulator on Obi-Wan and Brandon having that cloud right in front of him, that's
Yeah.
So you
pretty
can
brutal.
still do your fine-tuned off of an ion maneuver, right?
And ironically, that ion on the TIE fighter is actually a feature because he can do one straight focus.
Yep.
And I don't think Vader spent his target lock on Obi-Wan. I think he just used a force to modify.
Still get the
So
action
he's
from
still
his-
got
Yeah.
the target lock on Obi-Wan. I imagine Vader's going to do a one bank left, and he's going to be just fine. Getting a shot on Obi-Wan, so
Obi-Wan is not long for this world.
Can Obi-Wan do fine tune?
He cannot. They were just discussing that. I guess they FAQ'd it. Brandon saying that you can't.
Yeah, so he's just going to sit there and focus.
Yep.
So I expect Raya to do some kind of K-turn, whichever one she wants.
Right. I mean, that's the only 2 maneuvers on that dial, right? K-turn and hard turn.
Yeah, 3 hard and
Yeah,
K-turn.
3 hard and K-turn of choice.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know, I could see her doing like she might be able to do a 2 even if she could clear that rock. I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, she could even do a 2K. If she wanted to, so she can do whatever the heck she wants to.
Or do you take the bigger K and then boost in?
That's a good idea. And then if Plo Koon goes in, then maybe you get the block. The TIE Fighter is what I'm not sure. The yellow one back there. What it's going to do. Still don't know.
And it's just a brutal first engagement. I mean, Brandon basically lost Obi-Wan and even took a hit on broadside, and he did 1 damage to an Academy TIE.
Right. You can't get a block on Vader or anything, really. I don't see it. Because that TIE Fighter is going to be in the way.
All right. Systems, if you're set.
One second. Yeah, I'm set. So systems. I don't have anything.
I'm in a sense.
Oh.
I go ahead and sense Vader.
Here comes a 1 bank. Oh, it's a 1 straight.
Straight? Okay.
I'm kind of surprised he did that. There's nothing he can do
All right,
to stop Vader.
Right.
This.
But
I mean, he can spin the Force. He's gonna go over the cloud, not be able to do anything.
Right.
I had 2 Force left.
Give you an option.
Might as well.
Should be a delete, and there should be an arrow. And you just click it.
Do it correctly. There we go. And that's it.
Yeah, and then you can do a focus. That's the only action.
All right, so he does that. He focuses. Let me move this tile. Other Academy is going to do a 3 bank. And also focus.
Well, there's our answer to the mystery.
Yeah, it's 3 bank.
3 bank and getting up in there.
Ready?
And he can go left or right next turn, so
Right.
get in the way of whatever ships. That was an interesting maneuver. So Ahsoka's, got this ability where she can spend the Force and do an action even when stressed.
Okay.
The question is, what is she going to do?
She's going to attempt a barrel roll to the right.
Yeah,
So Brandon's going to try to do a barrel roll. It's pretty close. I don't know if it's going to make it.
I think if barrel's back, it'll fit.
That's rough.
Dude, I can't catch a break this game.
Nope, it didn't work. And that happened to me the other night where it really looked like it would work.
Yeah.
But TTS said no. And my TIE Fighter blew up. So I feel you, Brandon. I really do. Okay, that was brilliant. So he moved broadside in the way of Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan's behind the cloud.
Yep.
He loses nothing.
All right. so
because he wasn't going to be able to do an action anyway.
Correct.
That was really smart, Brandon.
Some next level stuff right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Riot's gonna do a 5K.
So Riot's in a 5K, which is blue.
Yeah. Let's see if he does like I was thinking. Yeah, I didn't K for whatever.
She gets a free evade, and then he can boost if he wants, or barrel, either way.
Yeah, tough to tell if a boost would fit.
I think a boost would fit, but barrel may be better.
Yeah.
I like that. Keeps his dial open for next turn.
Well, I mean, you're taking away the K turns, I guess.
All right, that's the Ion and the bump for Obi.
Oops.
I'll fine tune a.
Oh, that's smart. I like that.
And then I'll focus.
Sounds good.
Oh, so he's going to get the block on Vader. Nice.
He's gonna get bumped. That's it. So engagement phase.
Although unfortunately not really able to take advantage of it. Doesn't have any good shots on Vader.
No, but
I
that
still
was.
think he loses Obi on the loses Obi this turn.
Yeah, the defender's gonna have a shot more than likely.
Yep.
But I still think the flying is
Started
on
engagement
point
phase.
for Brandon this turn. It's just not gonna
Oh yeah.
help him survive. Too many ships, and he's in a kill box.
Fortunately, there's.
And as a small
Okay,
consolation,
no,
he's
say
gonna
one.
probably smoke that TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Got range 2 on Obi-Wan. The shot I'm gonna take.
Range 2 unobstructed on Obi-Wan. And he's got the target lock.
Yep. And Force, of course.
Real blank with SCS.
And unless
For-
Brandon rolls all paint.
just a hit, spent, and
Actually, it
another-
doesn't matter. He's got structural damage. So Brandon's
Yeah.
screwed. Obi-Wan's dead.
I mean, Vader's just so you got FCS, you've got the Force, you've got target lock. I mean, you got it all going on.
Right.
He just hits hard.
Yep. It's a pretty big deal because that was 61 points.
Oh yeah. And like I said, the real hard part is he's just not going to be able to get much in return.
Academy pilot at range 1.
Okay.
Crit.
I'll spend the focus for 2 evades.
Jeez. Brandon's just unable to push through any kind of damage.
Know. Yeah.
It's just brutal.
So the defender's going to shoot broadside, I assume. He could shoot Plo Koon, but he's looking at his cards, trying to figure out which thing he's going to shoot at.
I'm gonna take the range 2 on broadside.
Yeah. As we predicted, the range 2 on broadside.
1.
One hit.
This is brutal.
Yeah.
Even just the one hit manages to get through. And yet just another little chink into the Y-wing.
Right.
All right. Let's see. So he's still got... He
I
doesn't...
assume he's going to shoot that TIE fighter. Range 2.
Unobstructed. Yeah, you're not getting anything on Vader there.
No.
I guess I'll shoot.
So who did you say you were shooting?
Vader.
Oh, he's going to shoot Vader.
Oh, he is shooting. Wow. Okay.
2 hits.
So Vader rolls 4 dice and needs to get 1 of 8.
Or a blank.
Give me a guess.
Well, that's all I'm saying. He just needed 1 of 8 to totally die. Yeah.
And then your academies, yeah.
Alright, this guy has range 1 obstructed on broadside.
It's great that we, record these games and stream them so that, Brandon can review it, later on in life. I'll be honest, it was tough watching my game from the other night. I've watched, I think nearly all of it. When you're just losing the very beginning, it's easy to get discouraged.
Yeah.
But, games have still been won like that, so you got to keep a stiff upper lip and keep trying. I do think Brandon's going to start getting points next turn. Even if it's just TIE fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the biggest kick in the junk. Losing Obi's like, okay, yeah, you lost his ship, but you still got Plo Koon, you still got Ahsoka, you still got broadside. Like I said, broadside's usually one of the first to go. So it's not horrible, but the fact that you're just not putting through any damage. I mean, you've taken 1 hole from an academy pilot.
2 hits.
Right. Your broadside's about to go to half now. Nope.
Take 1.
Shield.
Alrighty.
So what do you think maneuvers for this turn, Gene?
That's going to be a mess. Plo Koon's probably pretty easy, right? You just K.
Yeah, or he could 2 sleep behind Vader. Either way.
Yeah, K or sloop, but yeah, you're just spinning around.
I expect Ahsoka to do a 1 bank right. I think that's a good maneuver. That TIE fighter will be out of the way. She could even barrel roll after it.
Yeah, and that's what he's gonna, because you don't want to be stuck right in front of that cloud.
Right, and you don't want to be in front of Vader either.
Correct.
Broadside, I don't know. He could go fat. He could do a 4K though, and out K turn Ryad, which is hilarious. I honestly think that might be one of the better moves for Broadside, keeping him alive and putting him in a position where.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
you're gonna.
chance.
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe initially try to block Ryad, but there's really no point in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you K turn, gets Broadside out of trouble because I think Broadside is the next to go here.
Right.
I think Andrew's gonna concentrate on that and then burn that down.
Right.
So yeah, 5K there would be great.
Yeah, I think TIE Fighter will. The yellow TIE Fighter will do a 2-bank. I don't know what the red one will do, honestly.
I mean, why not just go ham and go right after? Well, he's got to go first though, unfortunately.
That's the deal. So maybe one hard left, even though it clips the cloud, possibly to just block up Ahsoka. That's really the only thing I know.
Yeah.
Anything
you're gonna
else
hit the
is
cloud
not a block.
regardless, so you might
Yeah.
as well try to get a block out of it. I mean, hell, let's face it, that's why they're there.
That's why they're there. That's their job.
And it's not so much that you're gonna, be putting shots on Ahsoka, but you're preventing her from getting the mods. And as you can see, I mean, that's kind of really what killed Brandon in that first round is that he didn't have the mods.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had that one roll. It was actually, 3 focuses. It's a good roll. However, you don't have a focus.
Right. Trying to look at that if that 4K is going to work. I think that 4K is going to work.
If you get all the way down to ground level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it'll work.
Yeah, it looks like it'll work.
Once again, these high-speed action shots you get here.
Yeah, we'd have to have a drone for a physical tournament to do things like that.
Okay, I'm set. Alright.
I don't have any system phase anymore.
So it's Academy.
Let's see what
Red
the
one.
Academy does.
Yep.
Okay.
So just like a game that you play against Richard Sue, there's going to be no more system phases.
Cloud, so he gets strain.
You got to roll.
Is it this?
Roll for it. Yeah, it's that one. But you got to roll the die. For
We're
it.
doing some lessons on what strain is and how to roll for clouds. And he got it, so everything's cool.
And no action. The other Academy can also do a 3-bank.
Wow.
Yep, that's the 3-bank.
And he takes a strain too. You get a strain. You get a strain.
So your 3s.
Let's see.
I got to say, I'm a little surprised that he did turn in with that Academy, though.
Me too.
I thought he was going to go to the outside.
We try to get a
I
block on
figured
the
like we were,
outside.
the Y-Wing's going to do a 5K, so you're going to end up dumping behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll focus.
Unless he's just trying to get it out. Oh,
That's
he's
interesting.
going for the block on Ryad or blocking up Ryad anyway.
And that does work.
Yeah, but it's just going to put him in a bad spot, I'm
It's not
afraid.
bumping.
I'm afraid too, with Vader right behind him.
It's not.
That's wild.
Because if I had bumped it, would have given.
Yeah.
Wow, and then, yeah. Ahsoka slides on in there without bumping. Which, by the way, if you watch the latest episode... Oh, no, you don't watch that.
Oh, of Clone Wars? Yeah, I can't get
Yes.
past the cheese ball announcer. So, I mean, Brandon says, just, skip forward a minute. But,
You know what, though? Like he's saying, though, the last, 2 or 3 episodes doesn't have that dude on there anymore.
yeah, well, they heard me complaining about it.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, so you should check it out. I mean, you could... The rest of the stuff doesn't really matter. I mean,
Right.
you know the story.
The other thing that gets me a little bit is, if you started season 1, the graphics are so dated.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Plo Koon?
I know it was a
the new
long
one's
time
pretty-
ago.
I'm telling you, the latest episodes though, it's not that way.
Oh, I'm sure they're great.
I mean,
I thought
if
it
you
was.
don't do anything else,
Mhm.
watch the last 3 episodes there's 3 or 4 episodes of the season.
Okay.
Then
I really liked how in the Resistance they went for an animated look, kind of a cell shaded look. At first, I didn't care for it, but the more I thought about it, 20 years from now, it'll still look good.
Yep.
As
Truth.
opposed to trying to look like a 3D, realistic thing
Focus.
or what have you.
and use a force to get a target lock on broadside.
So, broadside. Did get the block on Ryad.
Yep.
Then engagement phase.
Vader's getting the target lock. Let's see if he's
Yep,
got the
no,
shot.
Started engagement triggers for me.
Vader. Oh wow.
Yep.
Savage.
It's real unfortunate.
So he didn't get the shot there.
I thought he wouldn't.
That's pretty good. Although
real good.
I got to admit, though, had he done the 5K like we were predicting, it might still would have been a better maneuver.
Oh, I think so too. The Ryad would have been bumped or right in front of broadside.
Yeah, because the Ryad bump just doesn't do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Ryad's going to be stuck with one of those hard turns that she always does.
Wow, that's a great roll from Plo Koon on Vader. Hit, crit.
Nice.
Of course, Vader rolls a lot of paint.
Focus for 3.
But yeah, I mean, nothing to see here. We're fine.
Well, I mean, if Obi-Wan can roll 3 blanks, you'd think Vader could too.
No,
No. You're right. I did see the last scene of Rogue One. Vader's a badass.
You basically, you got to watch the Clone Wars because you're
Okay.
basically going to get that with Maul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like that.
He's kind of Uncle Rico in Rebels. He's kind of weird uncle out there. So
Oh
be
no,
cool
he
if
goes
he's-
ham. Yeah, he goes pretty ham and clone. In fact, people are even saying that's probably one of the best lightsaber duels we've seen in a while in the Star Wars universe.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ahsoka takes a shield, which is bad because they only have 1. These are not your filthy Delta.
Right.
So my threes. Let's do broadside.
These are your more fair Jedi ships.
I'll take a range 1 Ion into Vader.
Range 1 Ion coming at Vader.
He just needs a lot of paint. And
Well,
he
Vader's
got
gonna
it.
Side will
Wow.
spend a focus for 2 hits and 2 crits.
Okay.
Well, he might as well.
Vader's
spit it.
somehow going to roll 4 evades though on these 3 dice.
Oh my goodness.
3 days.
So he's only going to take a damage and not take an ion.
Not even take the Ion.
Oh my goodness.
One way or another, Vader has gotten all 3 evades on every single defense roll that he's done thus far.
He is 4-starred now, so that's something.
I mean, there's that, but
I'll do it. I'll spin the focus.
Alright. Yeah, so he takes 3 and ties.
So that Academy.
gone.
Okay, so he takes another card. Cool.
And, if you're going to take a direct hit, that's the time to do it.
That's, on your last damage. That's when you want
Hold on a second.
it. That or, when you have 1 left, you want Hull Breach to be the last crit. That's
All right.
so nothing. Brandon is on the board, though. He's got 22 points.
That's it.
I think Riot's going to have to go slow
Do you?
No.
this turn. which is different for her. I guess she
Yeah.
could be a 3 bank, right? But I don't know if that's even a good move because Ahsoka's coming.
Yep. Yeah, that block is turning out to be better than it looked initially. I mean, because
It
you're
does.
really jammed up, Riot. There's really nowhere for her to go.
So now
That
would
looks
be
good.
maybe a good time for the 4K, or you can just
Yeah, I mean, you can just say YOLO and just go into that cloud. I mean,
yeah.
what?
Well, I mean, with broadside, maybe 2 bank looks good because he's got the turret to the right, so that's good. Yeah, 2 bank would be good.
Yep.
1 bank may even clear. I don't know. I think it would, but it's going to be close. And then Ahsoka and Plo Koon could keep plinking shields off of Vader. I'm actually kind of thinking Brandon's got a chance here to come back the way the
Oh,
board's
he
set
does.
up.
He absolutely does. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. He took, like I said, some really brutal, I'd say the first 2 rounds of combat, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the fact that he denied so many shots on this turn
Mm-hmm.
and didn't really take any damage. Like I said, I don't think Riot's going to be a big factor on this next turn.
That block was a big deal.
Yeah. And we're looking at what? Just over 9 minutes here.
And 2 more turns. So we're looking at
So
3
4 total, maybe?
3,
Or
maybe
3?
maybe 4. But as long as these guys have been taking to make decisions, I really think we're looking at 3 turns. We'll see.
Yeah.
If they can get a dial down before 0, then we're looking at 4
Correct.
turns.
All right, I'm set.
Hey, nothing
Uh,
telegraphs what you're going to do more than taking your hand and hovering over the area you're thinking about maneuvering in. But, you know.
This is a different experience than playing the physical game. It really is. There's some things that it's easier for you to keep close to your vest because you can turn around the board, see all the angles.
Oh, yeah.
Other things are not so much. So he did a hard 1, which means he keeps his strain. Because that's a white maneuver.
broadside.
Come on, what you gonna do, broadside? 1 bank. Seems good.
Take a focus.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
man, that might be real, real good. Because
Yep.
pretty much, regardless of what Vader does,
Whoa.
you're going to be in a good spot.
That's different. So he did a 2 sloop.
Gonna use her ability.
I like it.
It's different. I mean, you pretty much are certain Riot's not going to get a shot on her.
Right. I mean, other than, it'd been nice to maybe get in a position where you could take a shot at Vader, but.
Riot's in 2 bank.
There you go.
This is pretty bad, actually.
So he only did a 2 bank, so he didn't get the free evade.
So
He's
focus.
focusing for defense. But you got to do a lot of work on Riot to even get half points.
Yeah, that's where I'm at is, like you said, we're probably looking at 3, maybe 4 turns.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know that you're going to get Riot that unless he just goes ham.
Let's go ahead and take a.
And it doesn't look like he is. He's still, so now he's kind of like splitting his fire, right? So you have 1 decent shot on Riot and maybe 2 good shots on Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's why, the only thing about him moving that direction and not turning in on Vader. Plus, hey, you never know. You might have gotten
A fine-tuned barrel.
jammed up Vader a little bit.
So this was interesting. This is a big decision, I think, for Brandon right here. Does he go after Vader, or does he go after Ryad? And he's doing a fine-tuned barrel with it, which I expect him to do left.
Well, yeah. Then that means he is going to go ham. Yep, going ham on Ryad. Oh man,
I wish Ahsoka had done a 2-bank, blocked Ryad, got a shot on Vader, and Plo Koon target locked Vader.
Yeah.
I think that's just you're more likely.
Going to do.
Because at a minimum, you're going to probably get half on Vader with all 3 ships firing.
Wow, Vader did a 3 Talon roll. Didn't see that.
We're trying to adjust forward. Can never figure out which way that is.
Wow.
Okay. So
Then
it
Ion
turns out
could
that
be a
Brandon
big deal.
did right choice after all.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
What do we know?
I mean, we're not.
That's why we're spectating these undefeated players, right?
We're at home. You know, we're the Cleveland Browns,
Yeah.
right? And
Right.
some
We're the
other
Colin
teams.
Kaepernick. Oh wait,
Some other teams are in the playoffs right now, not us. That's exactly what's going on. So we're fine here. Plo Koon nattied out.
right? Which is always the best strategy.
Absolutely. Nord torps, roll natties.
So Plo Koon.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll take that ring from Ryad.
Alright.
So,
I mean, if he could get Riot to half, that'd be a big deal. That'd be 42 points.
Huge. That's going to be really tough to do, though.
Did he take a target lock?
Spin that target lock.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Sure
did.
does. Spins the target lock.
2 hits.
Just 2.
Spend the focus for 2 evades.
And, of course, 2 evades.
Right.
But he did have to spend the focus.
Let's go to Ahsoka next.
Yeah, but Riot didn't have a shot anyway.
Brian's doing no shots. Okay, cool.
I mean, and Ahsoka's only going to fire 2 dice.
We'll take range 1 to Ryad.
So he needs paint. And he got it.
Very nice.
There you go. 3 shields on Ryad. That's
Whoa.
Broadside next.
big. Broadside had a Riot shot, and he does.
Oh, this could be it.
It's like range 2 to Vader, or range 2 to Ryad.
Oh, you got to go for Riot. You got to. That's half if you can get it.
Yeah.
Let's roll in 3.
I mean, she's
The mainframe
Tokenless.
computer's doing the math right now.
right.
I don't know what he decided to do. Do we know?
Oh, I heard him, but he's shooting in the eye.
Whatever he did, it worked. 'Cause that's 3 hits.
That's lucky. 2 evades, so I take a shield.
Takes
He
the
did it.
shoot.
Ion was just a bonus.
It's fair.
You can still just
Wow. And the ion. This is huge.
executed or revealed.
So now Brandon's leading by 3
It's
and
fine
has
with
made it a game.
So you
Even better, because now Riot's going to be in a real bad spot.
You want to soak.
I hate to be like the homer team for Brandon, just being excited for him, but it just looked so bad earlier that we weren't going to have a close game. And
Well,
now it's a
and,
game.
you know, I mean, it's what we harp on over and over and over again. You just don't blame dice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
Evades.
no, they weren't in his favor or whatever, but it comes around.
So then dial.
Absolutely.
And they are going to dial, so we will get 4 turns.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to have 1 more and then 2 after that. So we're looking at 3 more turns here.
Mm-hmm.
and I just I guess Brandon's gonna. He might be able to just have to focus down on Riot because Vader's not in a great spot. And he's not far from getting Vader at half.
He's not. He's too. Either way is good. Destroying Riot or getting Vader at half. Either is really good.
There's plenty of points out there to be had.
You have to assume that Riot's going to be doing the big K turn here.
Yeah.
Which means that he'd probably only have the one shot from Ahsoka on her. So I'm not sure that it's
kind of in a bad spot, though. I mean, what do you do with him?
My thought is you take your 3 ships you've got on the board and you go after Vader. Because you can actually put him in a kill box. Yes, you'd be going over a cloud with Plo Koon, but still, I think you could. I think the one bank with Ahsoka would fit before Riot. Maybe not. I think it would. Then you could fine tune a barrel roll to the left and then focus. Broadside can take a 2 hard right or just a 1 bank again.
Yeah.
Focus. And then Plo Koon, you just have to YOLO over the cloud. I don't think there's any other.
I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about, if you're headed out to the right there, I think you're okay. I think Riot.
Yeah.
I got a feeling he's going to take a big K turn here.
With Riot,
just try to gain some distance because now he's kind of in protection mode.
Well,
he's not going to be as aggressive and taking those short range shots.
If Ahsoka did a 1 bank, that TIE fighter may have just blocked it.
Yeah.
And we'll see right now because
I'm taking an evade with the TIE.
So he did a 2 hard bump. That's fine. We're all fine here.
Yeah. And I really like the position that
TIE fighter
he's in because he's kind of out of the game. I mean, as far as taking damage.
Right. You're full.
Yeah.
And that's, because that was an easy target, something that he'd be able to snag up some points real quick. But he's out of the way. He's exactly where you want him to be.
Free evade. And
so Riot did a 3K.
Wow. I was expecting the big K here, but okay.
I was too. Maybe he wants a range 1 shot on.
But you're tokened up. You got your focus and evade.
But see, Plo Koon could probably find him a barrel roll out of arc, and then be in CLT and roll 4 dice.
I don't know if that barrel is going to get him out or not.
I think it is, and even if it doesn't do it, I think because you get the bullseye, you get 4 dice, you take a target lock, you've got a force left.
Yeah. But then you got Vader coming up your butt, I assume.
And
sure.
Let's take that target lock again.
But then again, what's the green maneuvers on Vader's?
I want to say, is it the blue bank? I'm going to go check it out. Is it the one bank blue? I think.
Yeah. So
that's probably what he's doing.
Vader.
It looks like he will be out of arc.
Oh no.
Distress. He will focus. And spend the force to get a target lock. Plo Koon.
Yeah.
And pretty predictable there too. And that's gonna put Vader in Broadside's gonna have a decent shot on Vader.
Yeah, but I think Plo Koon did dodge the 1 shot, right? And it's the 1 ship of Brandon's that's full. So
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He just
and that's not,
a
great shot by Vader. We'll see.
Oh, that's not a great shot by Vader.
Yes. Actually, I'm just gonna spend the lock to reroll both.
Gonna spend the lock, reroll both of those.
I spent 1 force left. And then I'll spend the other force for 3 hits.
So he's out of force, but he got the 3 hits.
It does work even if I spend the
He
lock,
should have spent the force first and then
No,
looked at crit.
you have to do it before you spend the lock.
Yeah, he should have spent the force first on the eyeball
Right.
then turned it to a crit, but he didn't do that. You can't go back and wish you had. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Well, and they realize that he's turning
Oh,
his
that's
skull
horrible.
3 hits.
I will spend
The force.
force.
So Brandon's going to be at half.
So as long as we play 2 rounds after this one or 2 rounds.
Who has regen? So
2 rounds.
next turn he could be above half.
Yep. Because regen, which is
Just regen's fair.
totally not as bad as it was in first.
Totally
edition.
not as bad.
Totally not. Not a game changer whatsoever.
But that does put Andrew up, so he's up by 23 now.
Yep. Well, let's see what happens to Ryad here.
So I'll take range 1 and bullseye. Yeah. Gotcha.
So he gets the extra eyeball, but he had to spend his force. So he's going to be relying on that target lock.
Yeah.
So just 2.
Units.
Spend the evade for 2 evades.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to probably put anything through on Ryad this time.
Well, Ahsoka's got a shot too, but it's only going to be 2 times.
Yeah, but practically unmodded, and
And
he's still got
Ahsoka
focus
probably have
left.
to spend her force on defense anyway.
So hit crit.
Or natty out completely. That's also an option.
Once again, it's the best. It's just the best strategy. I think. Brandon was thinking about that
We'll
one
do
for a
some
while
next.
and just figured, I'll just roll the natties.
No Arc Vader. We'll take a range 2 on Ryad.
I think he's got to roll 2 hits basically. Because he's got nothing, no force, nothing.
Okay.
How did he? Oh, he's got 1 force.
Yeah.
Right, can't focus. So
Yeah, but
we're fine
natty
there. Defender things.
right, defender stuff.
Broadside.
Hold on.
Academy pilot's looking juicy.
I think you go for Vader.
It's at range 3. I can't even reach him.
Andrew's like the Academy pilot's looking juicy.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's range 2 either way. So
And Brandon's like, no, it's range 3. Can't
No,
do it.
I'm just gonna go ahead, and buck the system,
Whoa.
range 2,
Just roll
ions,
natties. We're fine.
and again, it's just the best strategy. I don't.
So
a lot of
Vader's
people
going to
just don't
take
do
a
it more.
damage and an ion. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's huge.
and Miles, I guess.
It's bigly. So next turn,
I mean, Broadside could come in there, right, and put in some work.
Broadside's MVP so far for Brandon's list.
Yeah.
Vader's got to
Broadside
be.
could come in there and go ahead and tag him with that ion one more again, and
Yeah, good call.
and get the one that he needs to put him at half.
Right. So I gave Brandon the less predatory region option, giving him R5 instead of R2,
Right.
which means he's got to spend an action to do it.
Uh-huh.
So I could see, I mean, the thing is, Ryan can keep K-turn and she's cool.
Yeah, which K turn is she doing? I mean, that's
Right.
because
2, 3,
defender.
4, or 5.
Right. Well, definitely a 3 or better.
Yeah, because of free evade.
Show enough.
I would think you do 4, 5. I don't know if 5 fits.
I think she's gonna do probably the 3 again.
The only problem is Ahsoka's coming up there for her. So Ahsoka can actually block. You see him doing it with his blue hands.
Yeah.
Ahsoka one banks.
You don't
she
think
blocks
Ahsoka-
the 3K.
Yeah.
So that's why I like.
I don't
the
know,
5.
man. I think I put Ahsoka in a spot to go ahead and
All right, I'm set.
finish off Vader.
Yeah, you could too hard fine tune.
Because that
Boost,
defender,
focus.
once again, is going to be tough to
Mhm.
punch any kind of damage through.
Right.
I think you got what you wanted out of that defender. Now you got to focus down Vader.
Mm-hmm. I
Because
agree.
not only could you get him to half, you could mess around and even kill him.
Right.
I mean, that ion is huge.
What do you think Plo Koon does to? Well, no, we talked about it. She's going to have to, if she wants to get above half, which is important.
Right.
She's got to have an action. So I think she's going right somewhere.
So, I mean, just regen, that's going to put Brandon back on top.
That's right.
And then this is the cool part that I like about this is now you have two. You got it. You're not planning just this turn. You're planning 2 turns.
Right.
So that's the other thing is, I mean, so it's almost like maybe you just, like you said, take Ahsoka, or I'm sorry, Plo Koon,
Mm-hmm.
get that regen, get above, and then just bail.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get away here, you already know Vader's only moving 1 forward. Ryad's
Mhm.
going to K-turn. So you're creating plenty of distance.
Mm-hmm.
You can basically, you're done with the game. They're done with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now Brandon's essentially playing with 2 ships.
Right.
And he's got to try to get 1 to half or kill. So I'm thinking his 2 ships, and he just goes after Vader. And then on the other hand, so Andrew's got to realize that, and I think he's got to go after Ahsoka now.
Right. I think the key is, like, for Brandon's side is to guess the K turn for Riot. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
So then
But yeah.
3K
Yeah.
stress.
If he did
Because
guess
I
it, then
don't-
he can
well,
block it. Right.
Because I just don't know that broadside's going to be, because broadside's not going to be enough for him. He's got to go after Ahsoka, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll focus.
I mean, since Plo Koon moves after Riot, he could probably just do a 2 hard. Oh, so we're trying to block Riot here. Although I do think he should barrel roll, because otherwise he's taking the cloud next turn.
That's a tough one, because then you know where
he could
Vader,
barrel roll,
exactly where
and
Vader's
then
going to be.
he could barrel roll, then boost.
True. And that might be what he does. Barrel roll and boost. Riot's not going to get a good shot that way.
Right.
And you're going to be lined up just juicy on the Vader.
Just focus.
Yeah.
However, we'll just focus.
However,
So I guess he's assuming he's going to do the 3K?
he blocked it.
Wow. There was the 4K, and it is blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, huge.
Huge. Bigly.
I actually gone for the 5, so I figured you were going to try to block.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he's talking about, is Andrew saying that he wished he had gone for the 5, and I honestly thought that's what he was going to do.
Yeah, I remember saying that would be the safest one. But yeah. So what does Plo Koon do? If he did a 1 hard, it's aces. But we'll see.
That'd be next level there.
It would be.
That's a mic drop.
So he did a 2 hard left. I would fine tune a boost if I were him, and then do the R5 action. Just me.
Fine tuned.
It's like I've played this game before.
And then for his action,
It's like you know this list or something.
I mean, you couldn't have been able to tell on Thursday night if I had played this game before, but today you can.
Today, right? and can make it. It's not like you just hit a random button when you made the list either, right?
Right. No, I actually
Ended up
really
with
thought
something
about it. I was like,
Huh?
what would what would I enjoy flying? What would
Right.
challenge me a bit, but also be competitive if I played it well?
Huh?
It's weird.
It's like you put some thought into it instead of just hitting a random button.
Engagement.
Yep, I got no starting engagements.
Vader's
So
got range.
Vader doesn't have a target lock,
Good.
and I think that was smart of Andrew because he keeps his force that way.
Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna
you
need.
just roll natties and you're cool
Pretty good.
anyway. But
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
Plo
you
Koon's
don't
going to
need
have
target
5
locks when
dice.
you got
free
natties.
evade. And he'll need that free evade.
And I'm fine because of a cloud.
What can a cloud do for you?
Mm.
I mean, turns out that Plo Koon with auto thrusters isn't bad.
Okay. No shot for Plo
Am I
Koon.
telling my age there when I say that stuff?
So Ryan.
No, auto thrusters?
Yeah.
Range 3 of
No, I mean it's auto thrusters was the Star Viper pack, right?
Oh yeah. The
Okay,
auto thruster expansion.
we're fine here. So
Bronze-
Broadside rolled 3 of 8s.
I mean,
That's never happened in the history of the world.
in the history of ever. Yeah. And then again, this is why we just don't talk about dice. Okay? I mean, it comes around.
Yeah. I bet this is going to be range 2 on Vader.
This is going to be big.
Obviously, he wants Vader to roll blanks because he's got
Yep,
focus
that would
and
help.
force. So
Well, let's not go crazy dice. Jeez.
okay.
They're starting to stack up a lot of dice here on the table. That's for sure.
Oh, focus for 2.
I'll use Broadside's ability to change the blank to a focus.
Oh snap!
Oh no, he didn't. Broadside's ability in effect.
Oh, Vader's going to take a damage and an ion again.
Again. And I'm telling you, that could be game.
All right, so that's half on Vader now.
So damage,
Sure enough, chalk it up.
And
Half
we
on
should take
Vader.
the 8-pack.
and that's 100 points total for Brandon and 87 for
Yep.
Andrew. Some game, man.
And the other thing is that, like I said, it just basically takes Vader out of the. I mean, he's out of the game. As far, Brandon's not going to give him another shot.
Range 2 and bullseye obstructed. That's a figure.
Vader will probably be fine here. Whoa.
Academy.
Oh, Academy gets his say.
range 2 on us. Or 1 hit.
We're fine here.
Right.
Back to dials for the last round.
And here it is, the last round.
Turn. So what do you
So
think?
what do you do if you're Vader here? I think I go 1 straight.
You go 1 straight and focus. Is what you
Wow.
do.
Yeah,
Vader.
yeah. That's a good call.
You know, the other thing about this is just such a big deal is Vader's not able to use his force to do target lock. So Vader's going to take a 2-dice shot if he has one this turn. It's not going to be 3.
Right. And I'd be surprised if Brandon even gives him a shot.
Cab set.
Right.
Why would you?
Right. So
However, Brandon, knowing where Vader's going to be, can actually get Plo Koon back into this.
yeah.
Get some shots if he wants.
What does he do? Does he do maybe a 3 hard boost? I think maybe that could make that work.
Yeah.
I don't know
right.
what I don't know what else you do with it. You know, if you're trying to stay
I mean,
out
it's
of
either that or
Vader's eye.
you just bail.
Yeah, I think that's your choice. If you think you can get the shot, then go for that.
Because, I mean, all right. Well, so Ryad, what are you doing with Ryad? I don't know that there's anything.
So what I What I think
guess-
makes the most sense for Riot is for her to do a 3 hard right, and broadside's 1 damage away from half. So that will
Yeah,
get
but
you 21 points, and you'll be winning. I think that's what you do. I think if you do your K turn, then there's gonna be a cloud between you and Ahsoka. You're not gonna get a good chance at getting damage.
I'm set 2.
All right.
Yeah, this is. I
So,
hope,
okay,
and I think you're right. You got to do the hard 3 there. Maybe I think you should be good not hitting that cloud. Get that on broadside, and then you're forcing Brandon to have to finish off Vader.
Broadside will 4 straight.
Oh,
Stress.
Oh, next level.
that was really clever, Brandon.
Yep, because he's still going to get that shot on Vader, I
Strain
think.
as well.
He's gonna get the strain, but he's still gonna have a dice, and he's still
Yep.
gonna have a cloud.
And then
And Ahsoka.
yeah, that string's going to kind of hurt a little bit.
Oh, but Ahsoka is only gonna take a bad shot from the TIE fighter.
So Ahsoka will roll for strain.
And get it. Everybody gets strain this turn.
You get a string. That could be bad, too. Because that
Has
Ty's gonna
anyone
get a
not
shot
gotten a
there.
strain this turn? This game, it seems like it's funny. I played a game last night casually. I don't think I went over like 5 clouds and never got one. And it seems like this game, we were talking about dice earlier. It's the variance is real. The variance struggle is real. And this one, it's like every time someone goes over it. So even though
big
she
time.
went over a cloud because she's Ahsoka,
Right,
Oh,
get
there's
that target lock on Vader.
there's that 3 hard I talked about.
There it is.
I think you just focus because I think you want to know. You're not sure if you're going to have a shot on Plo Koon, right? So you just focus with Ryad. But it looks like it's going to be an obstructed shot to broadside, which you still take if that's your only shot.
Well, yeah, like I said, you only need the 1.
So
And it is
Plo
green.
Koon did a 2 hard. That's
Uh-oh.
really surprising.
That really is.
He could fine tune barrel roll and boost left and get a
Yeah,
shot
that's
on
what you
Vader.
have to do.
But
But
you know,
man,
if you'd done
well-
the 3 hard, you just would be there. It's weird. So
He's-
he boosted.
I got this feeling it's
He's gonna barrel roll for his action. He's gonna focus. I guess he thinks he's dodged the shot, and he might.
I don't know.
He did. Look at that. That's
Wow.
next level flying, dudes.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, engagement phase.
And
That-
he's got
yep, 'cause that's-
CLT
So I've got no started engagement.
from
That
both
is
of
the
them.
that is the one straight I predicted Vader would do. You know, that was my call.
Good call, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's going to have to finish Vader because somehow I think between that TIE fighter and the defender, they're going to get a half on somebody. So you're going to need to kill Vader here, I believe.
Focus.
I think even Broadside's gonna have a shot on Vader.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Yeah.
when he initially jumped over. I think Broadside's
Yeah.
got that shot too.
I'll take the range 1 in bullseye on Vader.
Yeah,
Okay.
range 1 bullseye on Vader, huh?
It's not bad.
He just needs to roll paint. And he didn't.
It's not even worth spending.
No, keep it.
Ryad next.
It's not even.
I'd spin the force. Oh, he
Very
can't. He's out of
straight
force.
broadside.
Strain will make me roll 1 less.
This is going to be big
Spend
here.
the focus for 1, 2 and a crit.
2
I'm
and
going
a
to
crit.
plated hull that crit down to a hit.
Plated hole coming into effect, knocking
So-
the crit down.
But he's gonna get he's gonna get broadside a half,
Yep. And so he's,
especially if he rolls blanks.
3
yeah, which is going to put him in a real bad spot because
Right.
he's going to
He's
have to
gonna
finish
have-
Vader, and I don't think he's going to be
Yeah.
able
Slightly less
You were
than
already getting as soon as 3 dice, so you're good.
So so Andrew's up by 8 right now.
Yep. He's got, so Brandon has to finish Vader here to get it. So Andrew did exactly what he needed to do.
That's range 3.
All right.
So no shot for broadside.
Should have
Oof.
range 1 bullseye shot on Vader.
Well, close, but it doesn't look like he's going to get it. I'd be so shocked if he
took
is
a
able to-
target lock, right?
Yes, he took a target lock.
So he took the target lock on the wrong ship, basically. You got to know what you're going to roll ahead of time. Is the deal. Oh, 4. Dang.
And that's Vader dead.
What? He gets Vader. Amazing. Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So just the Academy.
I mean, Academy could pull this off, though, right?
Well, I don't know that he can. So
Range
Brandon's up by
2.
28.
1 hit.
Not with 1 hit he won't.
Just need 1
Oh, no, yeah.
Was he shooting Ahsoka or Plo Koon?
Good game, man.
Yeah, GG. That was a lot of fun.
Holy wow. That was, are we going to join them on,
Yeah.
On their,
Well, can you go into their chat?
Yes.
yeah, you're talking about on the game itself?
Yeah, if you can do that, that'd be great.
Yep, I'll do that.
Hey guys, awesome game.
Hey, thanks. Ask you what the scores were, but
After
after
that
that
one round, I don't trust
y'all's math anymore.
I get you. I mean, I've got 136 for you, Brandon, and 108 for Andrew, but I could be off. It's 1 Academy, half of Ryad, and all of Vader.
That sounds right.
136.
Obi-Wan or 61.
Yeah. I'm getting 136 for you,
Half.
Brian.
36 for me.
Yep, 136. And then for Andrew, I've got 108, which is all of Obi-Wan, 61. Actually, wait a minute. You regened with Plo Koon, so that's less.
Healed on Plo Koon, so I don't have half.
So you don't have half on Plo Koon, so actually it's 82 is what I've got for Andrew. I'm glad we checked it.
Wow.
So, so just a bigger difference, but still, it was an awesome game, guys.
I thought the game was over after the first engagement.
So did we.
Well, we kept saying, though, that you could probably come back from it. We did, because it was rough. I mean, in fact, it wasn't even just the first engagement, but the second engagement as well. I think you guys had 2 engagements, and you took 1 hole off of a TIE fighter.
Yeah. No, it was bad. I'm glad that you had more faith in me than I had in myself.
I mean, I think the big turning point was when Vader got Ion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that we weren't expecting that, and then obviously the time you whiffed there, Andrew, with the Defender,
Right?
Because that was another big one that just swung and was able to get half that in that one turn.
No, it was a great game. It went back and forth. I thought y'all both made awesome maneuvers at key points. Made some surprising maneuvers, and then the ones that we called, that maybe they didn't work out, they were blocked or whatever, but they were like the same ones we would have made. So I think y'all both played it at a high level. So really enjoyed it.
Thanks. Hopefully people liked watching Ace.
Says it's 136 to 84. That's where we at?
2.
Oh, 82. Gotcha.
136 to 82, and let's actually go look at that because it'll be fun to know what the standings are.
And I think there's still a good bit of games that are outstanding, but.
So I mean, we've been predicting, Andrew. You've had such a good run in this tournament that even if you lost this game, we believed you'd still be in the cut because you've just been playing at such a high level.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Well, congrats on making Crep, Brandon. You're 5-0, so you're guaranteed in. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knocked you down to second place.
Oh.
There's
oh,
only
how's it feel? How's it feel falling so far back? Well, the good news is, because this is what I usually hate about top four a lot of times, is this game would get repeated. You would not get knocked down to fourth place, and then you guys would end up having to play the very next game. So with you getting knocked down in second place and that stands, or even if you drop to third, you guys won't have to play back to back. So hopefully it stays.
I'm
like
trying to check. So there's one game left between Stevie B and Kevin Kendrick, and I know for a fact they're playing tomorrow because I did help these guys get hooked up. I didn't know I was going to be like a Yenta for this tournament, but I am matchmaking people. But so Stevie B's 2-2 and Kevin Kendrick's 2-2 as well, so they're not going to affect the standing. So this is the cut.
This is it. Okay.
This is what it is.
All right. So yeah, like I said, you guys might not have to play each other until maybe the final.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Brandon's going to play Brian Robles and Andrew's going to play Cameron. Is what we're looking at.
Yes. Hey, so congratulations. Really good job there, Andrew. You're the only one who's not 5-1-2. And the
the top four.
5-1-2. Play down a tribe.
Oh. What am I saying?
We're all 5-1-2, dude.
You have to excuse Gene. His memory is garbage.
It is.
Uh-huh. I mean, when you get shot at enough times, just, certain things in life just don't matter anymore.
Just get your head rattled around anyway. So, all 5-1-2.
Well, and Brandon played a list that he didn't even make that I made for him and made him play.
Correct.
And to go undefeated is kudos to you, Brandon. And Andrew, great run, both you guys. Well, thanks a bunch, guys. Hope you have a good one, and we'll set up pairings tomorrow probably. So y'all have a good one. Thank you very much.
Take it easy, man.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Gotta flip the table.
Yep. Nice. What's that little dude there?